Going on, everybody? Dan here. Another Moonshine talking. Actually, not going to be doing too much talking, but I figured I'd do something a little different here and actually introduce what I'm about to show you. This here is a match. It's part of my Moonshine match mortuary collection. I pulled this one out of the freezer. It's myself doing my Sonic Youth gimmick versus the explosive C4. A little backstory on this. C4 is he was a Malenko guy. He trained there when I was there. He was my roommate. We had a very interesting relationship, shall we say. We were kind of like he was a earth sign, I was a water. Together we made mud. It was that sort of thing. But overall, he was a good dude. Still see him occasionally. He was, as far as a worker goes, he was pretty decent in the ring. Uh, he was one of those guys where I never had to worry about getting hurt or anything like that. He was trained the right way. He was my first match in the business. We debuted together. He started a couple of months after I did at Malenko's, and then Dean set it up to where the two of us would work each other our first match. So this was a rematch, a return match from that one. It was for the Mike Marcello tribute show that we did, the memorial show. Mike was one of the trainers at Malenko's. He trained a lot of the guys that came after me in the school, and Mike was a very talented guy, little on the troubled side, and he passed away. I want to say like August of 2000, something like that. But it was around around late summer, early fall, is when he passed away. And we did a show for him. A couple of the guys on the show, they were real close with him. They wanted to do that. They asked me to take part in it, and I was like, no doubt. So yeah, so that's kind of the backstory. The match was fun. From what I recall, it was halfway decent. You can see when I was actually kind of athletic back in the day, and you probably see a couple of moments in the match where, other than maybe getting a little happy feet here and there and slipping up and doing stuff like that, there's probably a couple of moments where you can say, "Oh yeah, I can see why Dan's probably got a messed up neck nowadays." But otherwise, it was fun. It was a good match. Dave was a pleasure to be in the ring with. Good time. Like I say, if you want, go check out some of Mike Marcello's old stuff. You can actually find, I think, a clip on YouTube of him. He used to do a lot of enhancement work for WCW, and you can see a clip of him taking a tombstone pile driver from Fit Finlay, if you're familiar with that name. And yeah, he actually, I guess I'll talk about Mike a little bit. Mike was referred to as, because he was a little bit on the chubbier side. So some guys would call him Marshmallow instead of Marcello. And then other guys would call him Fat Eddie Guerrero because Eddie, when he went to WCW, he had a singlet, long tight gimmick that he was wearing. It was white with red and black lightning bolts down the side, and he gave that to Mike Marcello to wear, and so people started calling him Fat Eddie Guerrero because the two of them were good friends. They got to know each other pretty well. I think he probably kind of mentored him a little bit. And Mike was a super talented guy, very athletic, wrestled all over the place here in Florida when he was still alive. And yeah, just overall, not I can't really say too much else about him because other than him being a trainer at the school, I didn't really know him that well. Some of my other buddies, they knew him a lot better than I did. But it was a shame, dude had a wife and kids and all that sort of stuff, and just died unexpectedly. It was an accident, and then yeah, so that's that. So not to end things on a tragic note, I'll actually tell you a fun story, and then I'll get out of here. So he gave me my first backdrop ever in the business, and man, did he scare the shit out of me, because he like launched me up into the air, and I was there with in the last match I just posted here. It was with or I don't even think I posted the match. I just posted the clip of me diving off the top rope, and one of the guys in the match, the big squat fella, his name's Mad Dog Art Strong, and he was there, and he's funny because he got a very distinctive Boston accent, and he goes, "Hey, you look kind of nervous up there, Danny. you look like you've never been that high before. And it's like, well, it depends on the context, but otherwise, yeah, it was an eye-opening experience taking a backdrop and being launched that high up into the air and then realizing you had to flip and land on your back and try to do it without breaking your neck. So anyhow, that's my fun story. I probably babbled on too long. But anyhow, I hope everyone enjoys the match. Have a good one. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm not going to do my stupid little shtick towards the end here. I just figured I'd introduce the match and do something a little bit different with this. And hopefully enjoy it. All right. Watch this mother effer. Later.